Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Omsi 2, and today we are back on the Bowdenham V5 map, and today we are doing the line 459 Herefield Station to Garston Manor, and we have this very nice Mercedes-Benz Citaro, I think it's pronounced, in the Arriva Platinum old livery. This is actually the old Platinum livery, and yeah, so we're doing the 459, and this skin is set up for the 459, as you can see on the side there. And yeah, so we are going to be jumping in and picking our passengers up. I want to get out of the way of this badger line. But before I do, I just want to say, if you are a new viewer and you haven't already, please consider subscribing down below. And give the video a like. And put the notification bell on. Alright, let's jump in. We're all ready to go. And yeah, we'll get started. Okay, we are inside the bus. Let's just do a quick check. Yep, we're all good in here. We've got the lights on. We will just put that on. That will basically dip the bus every time the doors are open, so that is going to be quite good. We will get some lights on. I just sort of want side lights, but that will do. And yeah, I think we are ready to go, so we'll put our foot on the brake and take that off, and we should start to move. Here we go. And we've already got some people waiting for us. Excellent. Well, I'm stopping at the bus stop, guys, so you're going to have to come over to me, this side. Hello, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello, mate.
I don't know why it does that weird
Hello there.
nuss, but we're basically going to set that up there, have that one there, and then this one I want to set up
What?
looking that way, and then the next
Hello.
one we'll have looking sideways like that. Cool. Okay, we in drive. Yeah. I'll just put my foot on the brake, take that off, and away we go. Cool. I can't really see that. I don't, you know, it's not as smooth as it could be. Like that is pretty smooth. But we'll just have to deal with it, I think. I haven't driven the Mercedes very much. Even though this is the UK variant, a lot of it is still in sort of German, like over here. So we'll just have to get on with it. But we don't see the Mercedes a lot in this country anyway. I thought it'd just be a nice little... let me just get the pedals moved over so I'm set up a little bit better. But it's a pretty decent bus, actually. You know, I like that I can see up there and see the doors. It's just a shame that it does this weird sort of middle bit, which I wonder if we can, because that's fine there. I wonder if we can just move that to there. Oh, we're going. Try and take it wide into here. Yeah, we're clipping that a little bit. Try and have that like sort of like there. still does it, which is a shame. But as you can hear, it's actually quite a quiet bus, to be fair. This one. And it's got a bit of a, because of the wide windscreen, it's got a bit of a an odd, you know, there's a lot of glass on this one, but it's got a bit of an odd, let's take it quite wide around here. Yeah, it's got quite an odd sort of feeling of being in this one.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
What?
You can see how the bus sort of dips there, which is quite cool. Let's just try and put you in the middle there. Here you go. So we're going left. But I believe that this bus is a mod that you can get on Fellow Films. So if you do want to get this one, it is on Fellow Films. Same with Bowdenham V5, it is on Fellow Films. I get all of the stuff, skins, buses, maps, I get it all off Fellow Films. So if you're wondering where to get it from, that's where I get it all from.
Hiya, driver.
Hello. Hopefully the sort of video is a lot more higher quality, and it's a lot more smoother. I think I've said in my previous videos recently that I've upgraded the quality of the videos so that they're basically in 60 FPS, so everything just feels a bit smoother. And hopefully the recording comes across as a bit smoother as well. I think I was supposed to go this way. But yeah, I mean, the FPS at the moment on Omsi is actually really good. We've been doing, yeah, I mean, this part of the journey has just been like really good FPS actually. Yeah, hopefully, like this turning. Oh, there's a guy that wants to get off. Hopefully, this turning is a lot more smoother. I'm pretty sure in the previous Omsi videos it would have been quite jerky and sort of, you know, not smooth on the recording. So now that I'm filming in 60 FPS, it's still in 1080p. Which I think I've described before, that I play on an ultra wide, but I actually use Omsi to cut some of the screen off on both sides, so that you get a 1080 screen like recording in the middle, but I can just see a bit extra on the sides than what is actually being recorded on the video. But it should all still be the same, like, high definition quality. Yeah, we've had to really take that wide there. This is a bit tight actually around here. Yeah, you see how the bus sort of dips? That's because I've turned on this button down here on the dash that basically dips the bus every time we open the doors. You can dip it manually or just turn it off so the bus doesn't dip, but I quite like that. It sort of dips down to their level and makes for easy access to the bus. It's actually 50 miles per hour down here, so we can actually step it up a bit. Mercedes does sort of speed up quite quickly, I find. Does anyone want to get off? there's a few people who want to get on. But I think this will be our 4th video, if I'm not mistaken, on Omsi. Well, I say 4th video, actually, we've done loads of videos, but what I meant to say was I think this is our 4th video on Bowdenham, which is one of the new maps that came out for Omsi. And I can't fault it, actually. So Bowdenham used to be a map back in the day that was, it was like one of the first English maps, but it was, everything was still right-hand drive, left-hand drive, and all the buses were left-hand drive, all the bus stops were left-hand drive on the left. The road still worked on the left. It wasn't a true English map, even though it sort of had a lot of the English English sort of assets in it. That red car just came around, speeding around that corner a bit quick. Yeah, it wasn't a true English map, and then somebody has basically taken that concept of Bowdenham and made it into a proper English map. You know, with buses on the on the right, road, sort of correct English roads, and yeah, it just feels a lot better. I never played the original Bowdenham. I know a lot of people did. They really enjoyed it. But I'm really enjoying the V5 at the moment. I think it is very, very good. I don't think this is our final stop. We really have to sort of swing that round. So that was campsite. So yeah, we're almost halfway through now. Which this isn't a very long route, the 459. Bit all over the place there. 4592 HS. I think Garston Manor. Campsite. Fortunes. I'm gonna say we're going left. This could be wrong for our route. I'm not sure. Like I've said in previous videos, I don't pre-play the route beforehand, so that I know where I'm going. I sort of just wing it, which I find it's a lot more enjoyable when I do sort of wing it, because it just feels. It feels like I'm exploring. It feels like I'm, like I'm driving it for the first time, which I am. We'll know if I've gone the right way at the next stop. So bit tight through here, but I really like this. You know, this feels very British. You know, there's a B&Q, these islands. You know, this feels... There's a retail park. 3 Fortunes. I think this is the right way. So we went to, yeah, 3 Fortunes retail park. Yeah, that's what this is.
Hello, mate.
Hello. Oh, we got a lot of people. Sweet. Let's carry on. There's a carpet right. Wow. Haven't seen one of them for a long time. Halfords. A PC World. PC World actually doesn't exist anymore. It's Curry's nowadays, but this might be set in sort of like the early 2010s, so you know, Carpet Right and PC World would have been a thing. Comet as well. That was cool. Yeah, this just feels like sort of typical British, you know, driving. Just feels good. I like that there's AI around walking the streets. It feels lived in. This is what I've always liked about Omsi. It just feels lived in, you know. Especially on the English maps when I can relate to a lot of the, you know, the sort of buildings. You know, this is a typical English high street right here. Excuse the stutters. It's just loading the map. You know, these houses here, these attached sort of 3 bedrooms, a typical English. This high street. You know, I grew up in places like this, and it just feels, you know, normal. Just feel, and that's the feeling that I get from Omsi, and that's why it's one of the best games on the market. I think anyway. Is I can relate. It feels real to me, even though the graphics aren't the best. It feels real. It feels familiar. Which is what makes it so good to play. And no other game captures that. No other game captures the feeling that this game does. You could make a brand new bus sim, which they have. They have made a brand new bus sim. Not the developers of this game, but some other companies made a brand new bus sim with nice graphics. But it's not set in the UK, and it doesn't feel like this. It doesn't feel like home. It doesn't feel familiar. It's set in Germany or something, I think. So yeah, it has no significance to me because it just doesn't feel normal. You know, everything from the cars as well, like, you know, it's the sort of stuff you would see in the UK. These bus stops. Classic English bus stops. You getting off, lad? No? I think I've said before that, you know, I grew up in Birmingham, and this feels very Birmingham right now. Sort of these flats and sort of city buildings. And the atmosphere as well, like the talking in the background on the bus, feels very English. yeah, this, and I to be fair, I can't wait for. No, I don't know why I did that. I can just tilt the camera like that. I can't wait for Ankara, because a lot of Ankara is actually inspired by Birmingham and the West Midlands, and yeah, that's where I'm from, and it's just going to feel really, really good. I mean, this feels so Birmingham right now. The subway, Halifax. This feels great.
Hi, handsome.
Oh, hello. I'm glad we've got some talking. You don't get a lot of it sometimes.
Sweetie. Hello, is it me you're looking for?
The reason that you might not get some talking sometimes is the game will load a certain amount of sound files into the game, and if there's not enough sort of sound files, you know, to be used, or like it will prioritize certain sounds, so people talking when they get on the bus is probably not a priority, so it will load other sounds before that, and if it runs out of, you know, if it runs, you can increase the amount of sounds. I've got it on max, but sometimes it still runs out. Now, this is interesting. I don't know, this is a bit odd for a bus to be going down a high street like this, a busy high street. It's probably would not be a thing, health and safety concern and whatnot. This is where I cocked up last time. I went straight over. But yeah, the atmosphere on this bus is great. And I like that the doors open with one button. They open and close with one button. Which, some of the other buses, I don't know why it doesn't work. It opens and closes with two separate buttons, which, you know, it's really annoying. So I like it when it actually works like that. Right, we did drive some of this in the last video, actually. We did. Because we did actually go to Garston Manor in one of the other videos. I think it was the 437 is what we did. So we're actually doing, like, essentially the same route, but the start of it was different. Hi. Yeah, the start was very, very different on this journey. But let's get a, where are we going here? Straight over this island. Let's get a nice shot of the bus from the outside. Look at that. That's really, really solid. I like that. I like this livery, actually. The Arriva Platinum. It's the old Arriva Platinum livery. There is, the pack that I've got has got a new Platinum livery on it. But I quite like the old one. You know, it just looks a bit nicer. I have downloaded a sort of reskin pack. Normally, the bus companies operating on Bowdenham are Go Ahead London and Stagecoach. But I've downloaded a pack which changes the bus operators to First Bus and Arriva, which I feel is slightly a bit better in this like alternate universe, shall we say, that those are the bus companies that are running this route. I like those tankers up there. Those were very English. Those were cool. Sorry, a freight train waiting to go through a station maybe, or waiting for... It'd be good if they were moving, you know, across, but either way, I like it. Here's some people walking over. Open 24/7. I don't know what's open 24/7.
Good day, driver. Oh, hello.
It's like a self-storage place, I think. Yeah, this has been a pleasant drive. The Mercedes Citaro, not one of my favourites. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the Veiling buses. However, what are you doing, white car? He's letting me go, I think, or he's trying to park in that gap. Either way, I don't know. But yeah, like I say, it is a solid bus. We don't really see them very much in the UK. It's not really something we have on our... It might be private companies might have them, but it's not something that we sort of typically see, especially around the West Midlands. But no, it's been really cool to try it out. This road is bumpy. It's like a concrete road. Quite a few people getting off.
Hello, mate.
We got a packed bus, by the way. So I think this is different. Or maybe not. We might have come this way in the last video. Yeah, I think we did, because there was a... This is like a buses only sort of thing through here. Make sure it's safe to turn. Getting a little bit dark actually. It was sort of 4 o'clock, so yeah, it's like 4:30 now, and sort of October, so yeah, it's gonna start getting a little bit dark this time of the year. It's not all of my passengers, I hope. Going down there, yes we are. Because that was a dead end, it said down there, so that was I would have gone down the other way. Garston Manor stand. This, I think, is our final stop. And we'll just check quickly. but I think it might be. I think a lot of our guys are getting off now. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I think that was our final stop. So let's just check. So we actually sort of did there. It's got us starting at Garston Manor. I think it's started us on the next route actually, which we obviously started at Herefield Station. So let's get the doors closed so nobody gets on, and we'll hop outside and sort of review how we did. So that was the line 459 Herefield Station to Garston Manor on Bowdenham V5, and we used the Mercedes Citaro in Arriva Platinum livery, and it was a really enjoyable journey actually. Really enjoyed it. The bus, even though the Mercedes isn't my favourite bus, it was quite enjoyable to drive actually. And yeah, the 459 was a good little journey. So if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.